There's a reason I don't do what I eat in the days. What the hell is wrong with me? Hey guys, it's Steph. Welcome back to another testing video. In today's video, we're going to be trying out Kiko Cosmetics, and I think this is probably my most highly requested testing video. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I'm going to be using, I think this is basically a primer. It's the Radiant Boost Face Base. And by the way, I love Kiko packaging so much. They have so many different styles. And I just think, especially for the price, it's such good packaging. So that's what it looks like. I was expecting it to have a bit of shimmer to it, but it is just more of like, I don't know, it's not even necessarily pearly, it's literally just pink. Kind of looks like I'm putting Pepto-Bismol on my face. This basically just feels like a moisturizer. Doesn't really have too much of a scent, it kind of just smells like fresh and clean. I wouldn't say this makes the biggest difference. Like, my skin definitely does look a bit more radiant, it doesn't look shiny or anything, and it feels like nice and ready for foundation. Yeah, I do like it. I'm just not saying it makes like the world difference. The next product we have is their liquid skin foundation. I have mine, I think it's in like warm beige or something. I'm not 100% sure, but it's in WB30. And I feel like this may be a little bit too light for me, but we'll try and make it work. Yeah, so I have warm beige. As you can see, it's got like a dropper bottle and you get 30 ml of product. Again, it's really nice quality packaging. Ooh, this looks fun. I'm just gonna drop some on the back of my hand. It seems very kind of liquidy. If I pick up a little bit more for you guys and just drop that there, you can see it just kind of runs down my hand. What does this say it is? It says Second Skin Foundation. I think from what I read on the website, this is like the buildable one or something. I definitely wouldn't have picked up like a light coverage foundation, so I'm sure this is probably either medium or buildable or full coverage. I'm just gonna take some of that just on a flat foundation brush and kind of just dot that around my face for a minute. And that is the finished look. So I think I'm just gonna quickly blend that out again with that foundation brush, just so we've got it all blended out where we need it. I think this does oxidize a tiny bit, which is good because obviously, like I said, I think this was a little bit too light for me. But they do have so many shades of foundation, by the way. Like a ridiculous amount, it's really, really good. I'd say it's like maybe a satin finish. It's not dewy, and it does kind of mattify some areas. What the hell is that? Got like food on my neck. Meh. Can't bother. Yeah, looking at it, I'd probably say it's like a satin finish. I get what they mean when they say it's second skin, because it does just kind of look how my skin would look normally. So some parts are a bit more matte, and then some parts are a bit more glowy. This does look really quite natural on my skin, but in like a flawless way. So it's obvious that I've got makeup on, but it doesn't look cakey, it doesn't look overly oily or anything. This is really, really nice. So the next product we have is the Full Coverage Concealer. This one I have here is in the shade 02. I think I just got this in like light or something. Looks like that. Which reminds me a lot of the Bobbi Brown ones. I'm actually gonna use this foundation brush again because I oddly like it. You don't get too much color payoff even when you kind of swirl your hand around. But it says it's full coverage, so we shall see. That's a pretty good colour match from me, I'd say. I'm going to put that right on the inner corner and kind of work it down a bit. Oh, that's actually really brightening. Just from like laying it on, I'm kind of obsessed with that. Like, I feel like in the viewfinder, my skin looks really, really good at the moment. And again, I'm just going to take my sponge and just kind of blend the edges out of that. Yeah, doing that doesn't take away too much either, so definitely full coverage, but without the cake. I then have two of these, what are they called? The Summer 2.0 highlighting drops. I have one in the shade 1 and one in the shade 2. Let's check these bad boys out. So fairly standard packaging. Plushy Rose and Golden Shell. I think we all know which one I'm going to be going for. Oh, that's an interesting little tip. Let's just blend that bad boy out quickly. Ooh, that's really pretty. And I'll just quickly show you Plushy Rose as well. That looks very pink. Ah! I feel like that would be better suited to someone with darker skin. Yeah. That is way too dark for me, but maybe it could work as a blush. I can see it's giving me like a slight flush of colour, nothing major. But it has kind of lifted my skin ever so slightly. Next we'll go in with Golden Shell and we'll apply this straight onto my face, I think, kind of like how I would the iconic London drops. I think I went a little bit overboard with that. Okay, let's take our finger and just pat it on instead. I want your guys' help because recently all I've been watching on YouTube is conspiracy theories. I've watched pretty much all of Shane Dawson's, pretty much all of Kendall Ray's, all of Bella Fiori's, and I want to know if you guys know of any other YouTubers or, I don't know, just programs in general that talk about conspiracy theories, because I love it. It's like my new favourite thing. Ooh yeah, let's bring the glow back. Did I not pick up a powder? Bollocks. Right, be right back. I'm just gonna go and powder my skin. So next, I think I'm gonna contour and bronze my skin up a little bit. So here I have the Smart Contouring Palette. This one here is just in the shade 01, pretty standard packaging. I think this is like one of their more affordable lines. And as you can see, you've got a really nice contouring powder there. That looks really, really good. You can't really see much, but I feel like on the skin that'll look really nice. And are you a matte highlight or are you a shimmery highlight? Okay, so that's a matte highlight. So I may chuck a little bit of that under my eyes as well. First of all, I'm just gonna take this angle brush and I'm gonna dip into that contouring shade. As you can see, it's fairly pigmented. It's not too over the top. I often find contouring shades can be like super, super dark, whereas this just kind of adds a bit more of a natural shadow as opposed to like a big grey streak on my face. Yeah, I think this is just a really nice kind of natural contour shade. You can build it up, but it doesn't ever really seem to look muddy or anything. And then I'll just go ahead and take this setting brush and take some of that lighter coloured powder and just put that kind of on the inner corner of my eyes, see if it really does much. Obviously we have already powdered there, so it might make it look a little bit more powdery, but no, actually that works really nice. Yeah, I really like this little compact, and again, like I said, I think it's super cheap. Next I have this massive box. Again, this is from their Summer 2.0 collection. This is their Baked Bronzer in Mediterranean Tan. That is massive. I have tried a few Kiko bronzers in the past and they're all really, really nice. Ooh, that's really pretty. It's kind of got like a swirled, I'm completely just ruining it here for you. But as you can see, it's got like a swirled texture to it. And if I put that there, yeah, it's a little bit more like kind of red tone. As you can see, that was the contour shade before. This is a bit more red tone, which is perfect. I think I just put way too much on my brush because I wanted to dust this off to show you guys the little pattern. But yeah, I think I just put so much on my brush. Ooh, that actually almost works as like a little bit of a blush as well. And also props to Kiko for the massive mirror in this compact. Oh, I can't get over the smell. It just kind of smells like hazelnutty chocolate. So next I have two blushes, again from their Summer 2.0 collection. One of them, this one here is in the shade Natural Beach. And then this one here is in Baked Blush, no, Coral Bay. So that's Coral Bay. And this one, Natural Beach, looks like it would be much more, well, actually, I don't know. I'm kind of swaying towards Coral Bay. I was thinking this is going to be more of like a sort of natural colour, as it suggests, but it's kind of more of a baby pink. Let's go with Coral Bay. I'm just going to sweep my brush over there a couple of times. As you can see, it's quite pigmented. Let's take off the excess there. Well, might have messed that one up. Let's try and blend it out with the bronzer a bit more. I'm just gonna go ahead and take a tiny bit, maybe not of the darker color, just the lighter one. Yeah, I think it was the darker color playing me then. Okay, I think we saved it. I'm just maybe looking a little bit embarrassed on my right hand side. That's fine. So next up, we're gonna move on to highlighters. Now I have one highlighter, but it doesn't look that impressive. This is their Glow Fusion Powder Highlighter. Love the packaging on this, but I don't know. It's okay. It just doesn't really... Actually, it looks quite nice in this light. Maybe I'll use a bit of that. I also have one of their water eyeshadows. This one is in the shade 208. I don't know if it has a name. I feel like it was like champagne gold or something like that. It is the most beautiful looking eyeshadow ever, but obviously we're probably gonna go ahead and use this guy as a highlighter. Like, look at that. That is so pretty. And I've seen a lot of people use this as a highlighter. I think I've seen some people compare it to MAC Oh Darling, which is one of my favorite highlighters as well. That looked nice enough when we first swatched it, but in comparison to this guy here, I think we know who the real winner is here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a fluffy brush. Nice, nice. Let's try and build this up. There we go. Oh, look at that. It literally looks wet. You almost want to kind of break the seal with this. It ruins like the design a little bit, but just give it a little wiggle, and that's when it really gets going. I get the height, and the finish is really nice as well. It doesn't look powdery at all. Well, that's another bomb-ass highlighter to add to the collection. Now, I don't want to leave this guy out, so we're going to use it on our body. It's a little bit more of like a soft focus glow. That is really pretty though. I feel a bit bad that I did dye this powder, because I feel like on the face it would have actually looked really nice as well. I just want to see if there's any way we can kind of add this on our face. Oh, you know what? That is actually really pretty. Yeah, I'm sorry I doubted you, because that is also going in the highlighter collection. So next up we'll move on to eyes. Now unfortunately the eyeshadow palettes that I wanted were all out of stock, but the guys at Kiko did send over a few more of their water eyeshadows. Oh wow, we've got this super intense kind of pearly purple that actually doesn't look as intense when you swatch it. That could be quite nice actually. And they've also sent over the shade 231, which is just a very intense black. Ooh, that is a very intense black. And again, I reckon use that wet. That'll be so nice. Not sure I really want to go with the purple and black eye look today. So what I think I might do is pop a little bit of the bronzer and the contouring powder in my crease, and maybe add the highlighting shade, the champagne-y watercolor eyeshadow, whatever it's called. This one, wet, all over my lid, because apparently we don't have enough of that on my face yet. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna take that contouring shade and I'm just gonna take it on a fluffy brush and just work that into the crease. Yeah, I feel like me and this contour powder are gonna be really good mates from now on. Yeah, happy with that little color. And then I'm also gonna go in with that bronzer shade. I'm just gonna use the same brush and I'm gonna pick up some of the darker tones there and just blend that underneath a little bit more to kind of warm it up. Oh, that is really nice. You know what? Should we add some blusher on our eyes as well? I think we shall. So I'm not gonna let this dark color play me. I'm gonna make this my bitch, and I'm actually gonna use this on my eyes, just on the outer part, I think. Should we just make it a little bit of a halo eye maybe? I'm then going to take that golden coloured eyeshadow and using a wet brush, I'm going to pack that right over the centre. This doesn't look overly forward or anything, it just looks really, really smooth. It's really nice. So next I have an eyeliner. This again is the Summer 2.0 collection. This is just called their eye marker and it's in black. It's quite a thick nib, but it is super, super black. So I'm going to try and I don't know what sort of wing I'm going to do. Let's just give it a go. That's actually really easy to use. Yeah, that was pretty easy. I'll take that. Although I do find that obviously because I'm using this over an eyeshadow, the tip is kind of getting clogged up with some powder, so it's not going on as smoothly now. I mean, it's very common that you would use an eyeliner over eyeshadow, so I don't like the fact that it kind of gets clogged up with eyeshadow too easily. Yeah, I'd maybe pass on that. We now have the Unmeasurable Length Waterproof Mascara. They have so many mascaras, by the way. It was actually hard to choose which one I wanted. So again, really nice packaging. This one, I remember why I picked this up because it's the weirdest wand I've ever seen. I don't know what all of this stuff is for, but we're gonna see how it performs. This is such a weird wand. It's doing something. It's pretty good. Not the best mascara I've ever used, but yeah, it's pretty good. It doesn't clump up, so if you don't like clumpy lashes, I personally like it when they clump up a little bit, but if you don't really like anything too clumpy, then you'd probably like this actually. Because I keep layering it and it doesn't really seem to make my lashes look overly thick. But granted, it did just make my lashes just there insanely long. It's nice enough, it's a good mascara. It's not the best mascara I've ever tried, and again, you could probably pick up something that's a lot easier to get in like Superdrug or Boots that's either the same price or cheaper. So I do like it. If you happen to be by a Kiko store or something, then I do like it. But I don't think you need to rush out and buy it. So next we're gonna go ahead and line our lips. This is their creamy color comfort lip liner, and this one is in the shade 320. I think I got like a brownie one or something. They do have like actual colors, but I don't think it actually says them on the product. So yeah, I just got a really brownie nude, surprise, surprise. And now I'm gonna go ahead and line my lips with that. It almost looks berry toned on my lips. These are super creamy liners. Yeah, I like that. I feel like I probably like it more if it was more of like the brown color that I thought it was gonna be. But in terms of how creamy they are and how pigmented they are, they're really, really nice. And then for lips, I'm going to be using the stick for lips and cheeks. This one is in the color 06. It's part of their Summer 2.0 collection again. And it's just that color there. Bit of a weird applicator because it is just so round. It's hard to kind of get in the corners of my lips. Ooh, that's actually a really pretty color. We need to blend it into the lip liner a bit more, but that's nice. But it's actually more of like a matte finish, which I wasn't expecting at all. Ooh, got a little bit of a vampy look going on here today. Okay guys, so this is the finished look and I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out. I think my skin looks pretty damn good. I'm honestly, obviously in love with these highlighters, the eyeshadow one in the shade 208 and also the Glow Fusion Powder, I think it was called. Had a few trust issues with this guy, but on the skin it is way nicer than it looks swatched. I was a massive fan of the full coverage concealer. I'll definitely be using that again soon. Really, really like the foundation, really like the bronzer and also the contouring powder in this kit. But yeah, overall, big thumbs up for Kiko makeup. I hope this video was worth the wait. Like I said, I know you guys have been asking me to do it for a while. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you don't want to see more of me because I upload all the damn time. But apart from that, that's it from me. I love you guys and I will see you in the next one. Bye.